Here we go tonight. Two tables of NL2. Right now, my goal here before I add on any more tables, as I'm just trying to get refocused and everything, um, work on some things in my game. Most importantly, working on my exploitative play. When I'm up 5 buy-ins, then I will maybe put in another table. Right now, my focus is really on exploitative play. So again, that's my focus again, really for tonight, is making the correct reads based on my HUD stats, and also focusing again, and this is my focus all week, is stealing blinds when given the opportunity, and it's the right opportunity, especially specifically versus nits, people who fold excessively to blind stealing, especially people have over 80%. Where for those people, I'm opening up my range considerably, and also my other focus is playing cards like pocket queens, pocket jacks, in position, and flat calling them and not three betting them, um, as a way to make my range larger for my opponent. So, and of course, as always, I'm also going to be focused on making sure I'm at a profitable table and a profitable position, and getting off a table if there's no glaring fish to target, which at NL2 really isn't a big problem because they're all over the place, of course. And of course, as always, focusing on good hand reading skills as well. So I'm ready to go. I think I'm in a great mindset tonight to play, and hopefully, hopefully take some build. Obviously, I'm not going to be raking into cash here at NL2, but that's not the point. The point is building, continue to build my bankroll from the bottom up, and more importantly, build up my skills from the bottom up. I had to try to rush things. I read so many books. I probably read so many, watched so many podcasts, I listened to so many podcasts, watched so many videos that I overloaded my brain. But it's not the worst thing because I did give myself a good foundation that I know, and now I go back, I read Crushing the Micros, great book, gave me more foundation, and also kind of motivated me to go back to the middle, back to the beginning. And now I'm starting to read the micro playbook, one one lesson at a time, and I'll take whatever that lesson is, and I'll focus on that for a whole week, become good at that specific skill, and then build on it for the next week. And hopefully, this will result in winning. Still not easy to win, of course. Variance and all that other good stuff, and rake, and but hope to build a foundation to continue to as I go up the ranks. And I do enjoy two tabling. To be honest with you, obviously, it could mean not growing as quick, but honestly, I don't really believe you need so many more hands because if you're playing efficiently, um, then it's not as big of a deal. Play efficiently, and you make better plays. You can still make just as much money as if you're playing tons of hands and you're not making better reads and you're making some careless mistakes. So I do think the mass multi-tabling is a little overrated. That being said, I wish I could do it. If I could do it, I'm sure I would be, of course. So here's a spot where I got 10-9 suited in the button. This, of course, is an easy open at 6 cents. This right here, ace 3 offsuit, I'll be folding up. Move my Flopzilla over. That's where I keep my ranges when I want to take a quick look. So here I get bet into. I do have a gut shot, and he min bets me, so I'm actually going to raise it here just because, just a slap in the face to the min bet. He does call it, and if he checks here, so this is an interesting situation again. He's just min betting me. I only have 4 outs, but I'm just going to call his min bet. It's kind of like a check, and we'll see if I can get my 8 or maybe pair up. And I don't get anything here, so even if he min bets, I'm going to fold it. I don't have anything. And the min bet is almost like a check. I raised him there because a lot of times, if somebody does min bet you and you raise it, they'll fold. Obviously, he didn't there, but that's fine. And of course, I got to call his min bet on the turn with the straight draw out there. I mean, 2 cents into the pot is nothing. Obviously, it's almost like it's virtually a check. You see here, it's interesting. Here he pop bets it, so he's doing that 2 cents because he really didn't have anything. Maybe he had a 6 or a 7, which was on that board, I believe. So he had like a real little pair, and just kind of wanted to do a feeler. Well, I mean, he still called though, but we can obviously give him the famous blue for a fish. Now I got to be careful here because sometimes I freeze out. Fold. I can afford to freeze here. I am on some other waiting lists, so I was gonna hope my BetOnline doesn't freeze, which has a tendency to do. Jack 7 and under the gun is a fold. So this table is really not a great table. I do have fish, but they're directly to my left. I prefer to have them to my right. So if another table pops up that looks like I have a fishy table on my right, then I'm probably going to drop this table and go to that table, despite the fact I do have the fish here on my left. I want the money to be flowing to me, and right now it's not. The only good thing is when I'm at a button, one of these guys calls, and I'm in position. I mean, I'm always in position, no matter what. It's like I should say if I'm going to cut off and these guys call, or one of these guys are in a button. I think you know what I mean. So this spot here, I don't want to have him here. I forget what kind of player he is, but this actually is a pretty good table. Let me sit out for a second. I want to see what his HUD looks like before I determine if I'm going to not take that table. I just want to make sure he's not a 3-better. I don't think he is. So we got a multi-way pot with Jack 5 here. Nothing's going to be happening on this board. I'm going to wait till the other table HUD pops up on it, and then I'll determine if that might be a style table. This guy is a fish though too, actually, because of his. You can tell by his stack size. Continue to check through on this board. This guy says he's a fish, but this might not be a terrible table actually. With this guy sitting here, he's a 49-28 through 7 hands. It might not be a terrible spot. I have a straight. How about that? I guess I should bet here. And so hopefully nobody has a flush. How about that? I didn't even notice I was getting it straight. 7 cents here. This guy is a gigantically huge range. I'm just going to call it, play it in position. I don't want to scare away any worse hands. And we do get a 3-bet from Leroy, which is interesting. He's virtually all in. The problem is this isn't going to be a profitable shove at all. And all right, so let's steal dude. I'm going to get out of the way on this one. And Rick Wag actually shows up over here, which is interesting. I'm going to limp through on this one. You know what? Actually, no. I'm going to raise it up 10 cents and isolate one of these guys. Here I can raise it up. We don't have a limper, so 6 cents. This other table I should really get off it, but not while I'm playing two hands. I think this table will be just fine, actually. So I do have a straight draw. You got the jacks out there, which can be dangerous. Now this guy, all right, so I'm going to c-bet this definitely, and put up 13. This spot here, I did c-bet this, but this board's kind of scary. Plus we're in a multi-way pot, so this is a check spot for me. I get queen ace. I want to get off this other table when I'm not playing another hand. Again, I'm just going to check through here. Nothing happening. This ace queen, I might actually just 3-bet this. I don't have to though. Alright, so this will fold. So this will raise up to 6. Second fold. Alright, so here I get top pair. His fold to c-bet is 33%. I don't have much of a fold c-bet on him, but I'm just going to bet for value here. It'll be interesting to see if he calls this. No, he doesn't. Would have been nice to see a call there, but you know, what are you going to do? Here I can raise it up to 6. This I got to play to 2-3. I still can't get up that other table. I get bottom pair, but I'm not really too excited about this 4-way pot. Here I'm going to have a multi-way pot here too. So the only way I'll be doing anything. Well, now I got 3 of a kind. Well, now I have to bet. So let's just see, get one of these guys out. Here I have top pair, so I can bet this one. I'm going to bet 2/3. All right, we get a call. So you have it. There is a straight draw here, and he goes all in on the straight draw. All I have is a pair of 10s, so I can believe that he could possibly have a straight draw here. I'm not going to call him with just a pair of 10s, so I'm going to fold out of this. And in this spot here, Jack King, I'm going to raise it up from the small blind. I want to play it. I'm not going to limp through and play a multi-way pot. And here with this particular fella, he folds to most c-bets, so this is a spot we could definitely just bump it up and hopefully get him to fold. If not, he's gonna. Well, we're gonna be in an all-in situation, unfortunately. You know, it kind of sucks, this situation, because there's no way I can really win this hand. Even if he bets 3 cents, he doesn't bet 3 cents, which is kind of funny. So he's afraid to lose his 3 cents for whatever reason. And he lost. I can't imagine what he was betting with. It was like he was afraid to fold that c-bet. Let me get off this other table. That one. I might have been kicked off already. I can't even find it. I fold this. Where's this other table? Alright, so this obviously I'm going to open up from the button. There was no table, I lost it. I can't even find it. Alright, I get a call. He's a reg. 3-way pot. I have middle pair with an ace out there. Not really too interested in this hand. I can easily fold to this guy's min bet because I don't want to be involved in this hand at all. Ah, here it is. All right, so let me get off here. It's actually not good. I collect some data from the table. It's not a good table anyway. This table's actually fine. Ace 4 in this spot. I'm folding it up. Obviously, I can fold. Through the situation, I have 131 hands on this guy to my left. So here's one thing. All right, so I got a limper in. At that point, it makes it a little tough situation where I'm just going to fold this because if either one of these guys call, I'm going to be out of position, and that's not what I'm looking to do with the steal, of course. And here the queen 3. So this guy, when I'm in the small blind, I could steal him with a lot because he has an 80% fold to steal, which is really high. But obviously in this situation with Leroy sitting in the big blind, and also obviously queen 3 is not a good hand. Ace jack, I could bump it up to 6. So here I have a gut shot. So he has a fold to C bet of. I can actually check this here because he normally. You know what? Let me C bet it. The value in case I get that queen plus or an ace even. I think he might fold it though. Yeah, that's fine. Let me take my money now. No reason to check it. Maybe he lands a flush or something like that. Let me get the money now. So queen 8 offsuit from the cutoff. I'm going to fold. 9-8 fold. If I was out of position there, I definitely would have checked. He has a 14.3% bet when checked to. So I could have definitely easily checked to get a free card and not C bet there to try and get a better hand and maybe get a position where I could maybe play a pot. But in that situation, no reason for me. He checks to me. Let me C bet, get the money. Here, I'll have to check my 5-4. And I get a straight here. So this is interesting. This guy is kind of a crazy guy. He may very well bet here. So let me check. And he's like a fold. And he does. He bets his minimum bet. The last time I raised it, he called it. So let's do it again. Yeah, let's do it again. This is for value. And he calls. This ace is actually probably good because it probably really does. It probably does really get into him. So let's check it. and now he bets eight. So he definitely has an ace. So I think I'm going to call here, and then I could always shove on the river. Here I'm going to bump this up to, we're four-handed, so six. I'm going to go all in. I say we got this. Couldn't get him to take it. But I had to try. So here we get an this is an interesting spot. But I have good odds here. I'll fold this up. This is a tough spot. Because one of these two could easily have a king. You know what? I'm actually going to fold this here. And I think that was the right play. Now an ace comes out. Very good chance that my jacks would not hold up on this board. Here I got 10-9, so we'll raise it up. This table got very reggy real quick. We got to see who sits in this seat. Oh, okay. This guy who was sitting over here is now sitting over there, and that's fine. And Bloody Ruth, I can steal a lot versus him. I've played versus him before. He doesn't defend his blinds at all. And having red, black, gold over here is perfect. So now hopefully, gotta see who we get in this seat here is obviously going to be very important. So this is a spot, obviously I can definitely steal his blinds. Bumped up to 6. I will bet anything versus him. See? Jack, I just did Jack 2 offsuit and I stole his blinds. You can bet anything versus him. Obviously Jack 2 offsuit was very very risky, but still, that's just to show that you could really bet anything versus him here. I raise this up to 6. Here 6-5 fold. Now so this is interesting. This is his second donk bet, but obviously, what am I going to do here with King 7? I got nothing to work with here, so it's an easy fold. I got perfect guys on my right when I'm in a small blind where I can have such a huge range. You think about it, they're folding, both of them are folding 80%. That means I could pretty much have an 80% opening range versus these guys and expect to grab their big blinds on many occasions. Here 5-5, I am going to open up. I'm actually only going to open up 6 cents. I'm not worried about anybody. Good, I got fish over here. I'm not going to really worry about anybody worrying about, oh, he's not betting 8 cents there. I don't think most of the people are really noticing that to begin with. And I do land the set, and it's a beautiful thing, so obviously I'm going to c-bet here. And of course I'm going to bet for value. And hope that he comes along. If not, that's okay. This, of course, I'm going to fold. And he doesn't. I expect him to, but very dry board. But I'm not going to be slow playing. Under no circumstances do I want to slow play. The only time I want to slow play is if I have a full house. Really, that's about it. 4 of a kind, something like that. I got no reason to slow play anything else. So he's a 22-18. Obviously, he's going to have the big range from the button. Get another call in here. I have to 3-bet this here in this spot. It may actually be an interesting spot to 3-bet. I'm going to raise it up. I'm going to 3-bet it. Here, obviously, this is just an easy call fold situation. And I do get a straight draw. He's going to shove me in all in. I'm going to do it just because it's only another 10 cents. I could be beat, but we'll see. This spot here I can check. Maybe I could suck out on him. Nope. I tried. I'm going to get an 8 cent bet into this here. Um, so 463. So we get a 3 bet here. He does not 3 bet very often. It's an easy fold for me. Here, I can definitely raise this up 6 cents. So I'm going to definitely see bet versus him if he does not donk into me, which he's been starting to do a little bit more often. So here's a spot I can definitely fold. And ace queen here, I can make this 8 to start. Obviously, I'm folding this up. Didn't expect a multi-way pot, but that's okay. Not a great flop for me, though. Continues to not be great. Ace 2 here is a fold out of position. And just going to check through. Kind of surprised sevens never bet as deep as that went. I say I could fold it up. So 6-4. You know, I'm going to fold. I'm going to play a little conservative now after they just saw how I played that hand. Although I don't think Bloody Ruth was really noticing because he plays so many hands. He definitely did not notice what happened on that hand anyway. But still. I don't know how many people noticed what happened on that hand. So it's interesting. He's just donking out on everything now. Um, King 10 8 Jack. It's a tough spot. I'm gonna fold it. I mean, I don't think he has anything, but I'm gonna save it for when I got something, and maybe I will just try and take all his money when that happens. Actually, pretty funny. I'm playing on this table right now, so loose, and it shows. I'm down 60 cents on this table. I'm playing at a 42-42 right now. I'm playing a ton of hands. Where on this table here, I'm playing at a 2014. King Queen is here. I'm gonna bump it up. Let's see, we're 5-handed right now. I'll bump it up to 8. This guy up here is a 24, a 26-4. That's a fold. All right, so we're in a 3-way pot, unfortunately. So I really don't have much fold equity in this spot. I don't have much information on these guys. They got to fold, so I'm gonna have to check through. Plus the eights and the fours is kind of scary. Either one of these guys could easily have an eight in their range, and I think he just told us that he does. Both these guys do. Easy for me to get out of this, get out of the way on that one. Here it's got bottom pair. I'm not going to be playing that. This Rome guy I don't know much about. Dollars we had over here. He moves over here. I get aces from the small blind. This is actually an interesting spot. Um, this is actually good. So obviously here I'm gonna three bet this, and I'll three bet it pretty big. I'm gonna three bet it up to 25 cents. And here we get queens here in a small blind, another three bet spot. So we won't be in a three bet spot, but we are in a raise spot. So I'm gonna put it up to 8. All right. And see now, so this right here is a monster. And if I bet here, there's a very good chance this guy's going to fold. He seems like a nitty player, so I'm definitely going to check this off to him. It would be nice if he had a jack. The 4 comes out, it just makes it really difficult for me to get any kind of value here. So I'm going to have to bet up to 11. But I'd be shocked if he actually calls this. If he did, it would be so wonderful. I don't expect it, though. I've been surprised before. He does. Perfect. All right. This is great. So I'm going to do something interesting. I'm going to make this look like not that big of a bet. By not going all in, it kind of confuses him. I've seen that before. They'll call when you put their exact stack, but when you click all in, they don't. And he does. Tick it down. I think it's a situation where it makes it confusing for them in that situation. And they can't comprehend, oh, it's only a 57-cent bet as opposed to me going all in. All right, I'm going to sit out the big blinds, my next two, on the two tables here because I got to go take care of something. Take a little break, and I'll be back at the tables right after. So I'll sit out the next big blinds. Here, of course, bump this up to 8. We love a heads up pot. No, don't get it. Oh, he's all in too. Oh, I got a great hand though. All right. How are we going to get this guy in? His fold to C bet's pretty high. That's perfect. All right, so let's call it. I'm not really too worried about this other guy here. And now now a 6 comes out. I'm going to check call again. And now I'm just gonna put them all in. And just hope he doesn't have a 6. Oh, I guess it didn't put them all in. That's unfortunate. All right, let's get them all in. I just hope we take it down now. Perfect. Not exactly the way I wanted to do it, but it got done nevertheless. Okay, he folds everything, and just like we know he does. And ace 5 is an easy raise here. I guess we missed the big blind because this guy sat out. A4 I'll fold. This should be my last hand before I take a short break. I can't believe at this table I'm a 40-40. That's just insane. Oh, this guy's gonna come in, so it'll be one more hand before I can go. I gotta put the bird away. I just hope I don't get sat out on this table. I mean, I can. It's fine. It's not like it's a great table. As long as I'm working towards exploiting my opponents, that's what I'm looking to do, and that's really the focus here is exploitation. 100% exploitive type game is my plan. I fold, and I'm just gonna make sure I get to sit out this next hand. All right, so I'll be right back.